Right guys, interesting day today. We're gonna go to St. Albans to get my running form analysed. They call it a gait analysis. It's where they put you on a treadmill, they record you running for a few minutes, and then they'll walk you through the footage, tell you how you run, where you could run better, what running type you have, overpronation, underpronation, and then they'll recommend what type of shoes are best for you for ankle support and mobility. And so that might help you out greatly. I've been having a little stress injury on my knee for a while now, so knowing how I run and how I can run better would help a lot. So all packed to go, got my bag. Also got leg day after, which is not as fun, but still has to be done if I want to get better at running. Got electrolytes. I've switched to doing these in a bottle now because they don't mix as well in the glass. And then he will not be coming along, but I'm sure one day he might be able to. Alright, see you soon.
Yeah, of course. Okay.
But maybe it's because I'm not on the road.
Yeah. It's unfortunately with the treadmill you don't really notice it.
Yeah.
It's something you notice over time. That makes sense.
And like in your time as well.
Yeah.
But the shoe itself is actually really good.
Yeah.
I don't suppose they do a non-plate version. Do they do like a non-plate version of these or similar?
They possibly, well, they do something very similar. It'll be something like the Triumph.
Like the breathability.
Yeah.
The stack is slightly less than Nova Blast, and it's quite good.
Yeah. It's a bit more thermal as well, which is quite nice.
Yeah.
If you're doing a quicker run, it's not as bouncy.
Yeah.
But it's obviously very much up to you. Make it full screen. Hang on. Right. Okay. There we go.
Alright guys, getting analysis done. That was actually really useful. But basically the takeaways were he said that my form was perfectly fine. There was no pronation, no issues with my arches. That my Nova Blasts are quite useful for me. So that's good to know. But I probably will go buy a pair of Tempo shoes or my first carbon plate. Did manage to try some good shoes out there. I'll have them listed on which ones I tried. But yeah, pretty good experience. And even though I didn't really take away much, I would recommend doing it at Runner's Need. They were really helpful as well. So yeah, might go back and do it in a year or two, who knows. Right, and we're rolling. Hope you guys can hear me fine. The camera's quite far away from my face and I haven't got a mic yet. But one thing that feedback I received from some people that watched my first video was that there wasn't enough talking segments in. It was too much B-roll and montages and stuff. So I definitely want to get better at talking to the camera like I am now. To be honest, I just didn't do my first video because I don't like talking to the camera. It's not something that I'm naturally drawn to do, right? So definitely something I want to work on, and so hopefully this is the start of more just solo talking segments. But yeah, on the way to do a zone 2 bike session. I do these when I don't feel feel like running or I can't run. My knees now are just battered from my last leg day, which was a couple days ago. So instead of just not running at all or running on sore legs, a bike session really works. Indoor bike, that is. Yeah, you can control obviously what speed you go at. You can take it quite easy. Also, there's not much load on your legs, right? It doesn't stress your knees out, doesn't stress your tendons out. You're not hitting the ground or anything, you're just pushing. So these are always really good for people on rehab as well. When I was just rehabbing my knee now for 6-7 weeks, a lot of biking as well, a lot of walking, a lot of biking. So I highly recommend bike if you still want to train but can't run. So there's never an excuse. So on my way to do that, we'll also film some stretching probably. I stretch before all of my workouts now. I foam roll as well. So yeah, I'll film that. Yeah, chill little day today, not much done. Just got this gym session today and that's it. Also doing it with my new heart rate monitor. I can talk more on that later. But yeah, got it quite cheap. And I think I highly recommend them as well, because they just let you dial in your training and let you know specifically what heart rate zones you're in without too much fluctuation, like a wrist heart rate sensor, which they're accurate, sure, but they also can fluctuate quite a bit, and you might just see a spike but you won't see a gradual rise or decrease in them. So if you can get a heart rate monitor, if you have the disposable income for it, highly recommend. Should level up your training as well. So this will be my second activity with that. I haven't run with it yet. Yeah, so I haven't run with my heart rate monitor yet. Just hasn't worked out. But yeah, a couple of days hopefully we'll be able to test it, see how accurate it can be, how consistent it can be as well. And yeah, looking forward to a lot of training with that now. Should be really good. Pre-workout drink for the day, Red Bull sugar-free, white peach. I think it's too bright to say, there we go. Yeah, looking forward to this. Shouldn't really have caffeine before a heart rate endurance workout, obviously. If I'm trying to dial in my heart rate at specific numbers, you shouldn't really have caffeine because that will spike up artificially. But, you know, it's the last one in the fridge. It tastes good. I'm looking forward to it. If it makes you excited to train, I think go do it, go drink it, go use it, you know. If it otherwise makes your training a bit more deflated, then I don't see a problem with having stuff like this, you know. And it's sugar-free, 0 calories as well, so no harm on my body, he says. Okay, a taste test. Divine. Alright, now to train.
Hold on, fuck that. Fuck that shit. Hold on. I got to start this motherfucking record over again. Wait a minute. Fuck that shit. Still on this motherfucking record. I'ma play this motherfucker for y'all. Hey, y'all get some more drinks going on. I sound a whole lot better.
trying to think of the right thing to say. Trying to think of the right thing to say.
Alright, workout done. Not gonna lie, that was quite hard. Had to dig deep a bit towards the end. Spent 29 minutes or so in zone 2. I'll pop up the stats on the screen. But yeah, like I said, biking is a really good way to lock in certain heart rate. You know, you can just cruise at the same pace for ages. It gets a bit boring though. I mean, I'll always prefer running, but you know what, it does the job. So yeah, now I'm gonna go get a haircut because my barnet is all over the place. And got some unboxing to do later as well, so see you later. Right, so I will film a full diet video soon, but for today I thought I'd show you my dinner. So we've got some chicken breast cooking. I think that's 280 grams of raw chicken breast in some marinade. And then we've got that gonna be in 2 of these wraps. These are some high protein, I don't know, corn or something wraps. 10 grams of protein per wrap and only 170 calories. So I highly recommend these as well. And then we've got some avocado. It's definitely not ripe. It was so hard to cut. It's definitely not ripe, but whatever. And then this yogurt sauce concoction I made. I can put the ingredients for this on the screen because this is really good. I make this about every week. And of course everything got to be tracked. Alright, so we're going to go in with sauce first. It's the key. Lets things bind to the tortilla wrap. Like so. And then we go in with most of the chicken. I don't think it'll all fit. It will fit. Like that. And then we'll do some cheese, just some cheddar cheese. And then avocado. Not too bad, not too bad. Now it's time to roll it. This is the hardest part. There's technique and skill when you roll a wrap, right? Let's see if I got it. Oh my word. We'll have a look. We'll have a look. I mean, that is... I can just fold it and toast it up a bit, but for the most part, that is a good wrap. And I'm gonna feast. Right guys, exciting news. I got a package. No guesses as to what it is, of course. You can tell by the suspiciously shoe-sized box. The eagle-eyed among you might recognize this shoe from somewhere. I'll let it marinate for 5 seconds. Yep, this is one of the shoes that I wore during my gait analysis. It's one of the speed shoes they've got. I wanted to get it because I thought it was really comfortable when I wore it, really breathable, really light. And I'm gonna have to start doing speed work soon, like threshold work, tempo work. So I thought, if I need it soon anyway, I might as well buy it now since I've just worn it. But yeah, I mean, it's really light. Not as much stack height compared to my Nova Blast. Like, that's way thicker on those shoes, which is why those are my easy run shoes, like for light mileage. And then this is it's a lot more rigid yet light, so speed work will be really good in this. So yeah, looking forward to this changing how I train now. And then also, while I'm here, you might have seen in a few clips by now, my new heart rate monitor. So this is from Chorus, which is the same brand as my watch. I got them because they'll both pair really nicely together. Plus, I really like the Chorus app as well, so I highly recommend any of their products. So yeah, this will just make all of my training a lot more specific. Really help me dial in on when I'm training at the right heart rates for the dedicated sessions I do. No more guesswork sort of thing. I mean, wrist sensors are really good, but they're not perfect. And this is as close to perfect as you'll get without being in the lab or something. So, new shoes, new heart rate monitor, new training program. Sky's the limit, man. Sky's the limit. Hopefully make some real progress soon.